question for you about your preaching. I saw a video once where you said you had not preached through First, or maybe it was Second Thessalonians, one of the two, because you weren't quite settled on particular verses in that book. Yeah. And it always stuck with me to see a Reformed pastor admit he wasn't sure about something. And so the question is, I'm curious, are there other texts or doctrines that are still up in the air that you have questions about? And if not, if any advice for pastors, this is from a pastor, who are younger, who might be tempted to say that they are settled on everything. Like, should pastors have all of their theological ducks in a row, or is it okay to still have certain things that you're not sure about?
I certainly think it's okay to have unsettled things. I think it's okay because that's where I am.
Yeah, I did, because
right?
I did.
Now, on First and Second Thessalonians, as it happened, I did preach through them. I did do the work and come down, but come down on those issues that were up in the air for me. One of those issues up in the air was the rapture.
Okay.
You get it? So I worked through that and then preached through it. But it's going to be a while before I preach through Daniel, for example. Okay. And because that's a tough nut, that's a tough nut. And it's not that we should be willing to preach God's word, but I just have so many hours in the day, and I'm really busy, and the work that it would take to get that book right would be more time than I have right now, right? So basically, the book of Daniel would be in that position. I'd probably there are big sections of Isaiah that I would be willing to preach through, but I'm not yet willing to preach through the whole book of Isaiah. Yeah. Fitting it all together.
Yeah. Is there a difference in your mind between having texts, particular passages that you're not quite sure what to do with, which is what that sounds like, and having doctrinal questions up in the air? So if someone is a pastor and they go, I don't know where I actually land on eschatology, right. you were like, Jesus is coming back, right. Don't push me. How comfortable should a pastor be with not just exegetical questions, but like actual doctrinal? There's certain things right. where if a parishioner comes and says, what do you think? Are we this or that? And you go, I don't know.
Yeah. Let's say a young man is examined by presbytery and it comes up, what do you think about the fourth commandment? Well, I'm not sure about Sabbath observance. Mm-hmm. And what do you think about, tithing? Well, I'm not sure what I think about tithing. After 3 or 4 of those, presbytery is going to say, are you sure you want to be a pastor? Because people are going to be asking you questions about these things all the time. Mm-hmm. And I think that if someone accepts a call to the ministry, he needs to have his basic framework down. And if he changes his mind on something, he should, if it's a thing that's addressed in the statement of faith, he should inform his elders and presbytery and work through it honestly and relatively quickly, because you don't want to be a pastor shepherding other people's souls with I don't know.